Okay, hi guys, welcome back to Exes and O's. I'm your host, Shannon Beveridge, and look at me, I'm still at home. It feels so weird to be back from tour and actually be settling into my life and my house and my environment, although I am going home tomorrow to Dallas to see my family, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm just like I'm still on the up and up with my health from last week. My stomach, I will never get over what I went through last week. I was supposed to go to the GLAAD Awards and do other things. I had to cancel everything because I was so ill. But I am finally feeling better, which is lovely. And I am going home tomorrow, which is also lovely. I'm so stoked for the guest today. Andrew Lowe is so funny. I think he is hysterical and hilarious. And he has been someone I've known for a long time and someone I call a friend. I hope you love him. I love that he has lesbian moms. I think it's so interesting to get that perspective because we have so little of that. Like, I feel like we really do not have that many, at least for me, I don't know that many people who grew up with gay parents or queer parents. And so getting that perspective is so interesting and cool and different. And how weird, because by the time like we're all having kids, which I know some of you already have kids, but I guess by the time our kids are growing up and stuff, there's going to be so many more gay parents. So it's going to be less unique to hear these stories, but still today, it feels so different than like what I grew up with. Like, I don't know. It's really cool and it's inspiring and it's nice to know. But look at what a good boy Andrew is. He's so cute. He's so cool. He's so funny. I really appreciate him coming on the show this week, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you all are doing well, taking care of yourselves, drinking water. What else do we do? What else do we do to take care of ourselves? Just give yourself a little hug. I love you. I'm sending you love from my house to wherever you are. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing week. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. This episode is sponsored by Tomboy X. Tomboy X creates sustainable, gender and size inclusive underwear, loungewear, and swimwear, and they're queer owned. And you know I love them. I talk about them all the time. I'm obsessed. They just dropped their 2025 swim collection, which is crazy. How is it summer? It's not summer, but how is it time to buy swimsuits for the summer? It's spring. It is spring. That's crazy. Obviously, I love Tomboy X, but they also just celebrated their 11th year anniversary as a company. So I'm not the only one. They are tried and true, and they make great products. So cannot recommend enough. Use code Shannon for 20% off your first purchase only at tomboyx.com. And one more time, that's code Shannon at tomboyx.com. This episode is sponsored by Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for clean eating. They deliver pre-portioned and prepped quality whole foods with limited processed ingredients. Green Chef sends organic fresh produce, responsibly sourced proteins, and chef-designed recipes in every box. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me, I've cooked these meals. It's very easy and they're also very delicious. I cannot recommend enough. 10 out of 10 recommend. They're great. Thrive all year with clean, easy meals from Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/ShannonFree and use code ShannonFree to get started with free salads for 2 months and 50% off your first box. One more time, that's code ShannonFree at greenchef.com. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to Exes and O's, a podcast where we talk about queer relationships and sex, and I'm so excited for our guest today. He's a longtime friend of mine and also a longtime internet person.
That's me.
Andrew Lowe, not to be confused with Andrew Lowe, which I think people think your last name is Lowe.
They do. Oh, and now there's this big producer named Andrew Lowe. So
What?
Now I have competition, yeah.
This is a problem. There
I know,
can only be one.
I forgot what he did. Pretty things? He did something that was big.
Damn it.
I know.
Well, at least you're not doing the same thing. But
I
Andrew
guess.
is like a longtime YouTuber, content creator, also comedian.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Going into your comedy year.
I am, yeah.
you
Starting some
excited?
live shows this year. Very excited.
I'm so excited for you. Stand-up seems like so intimidating to me.
It is a little bit. It's different. I mean, it's such a different art form than like making YouTube videos or something.
Because you can like do the joke and then edit the joke and then like I think the thing I miss so much about YouTube and like when I was making like traditional YouTube videos.
Yeah, you don't really make videos anymore.
No, not really. But you can like punch them up so much with the way you edit. Like you can make something that really was not very funny at all. Like you're like,
Yeah.
That's comical now.
Yeah. Wait, when did you stop making videos?
I was just talking to Rebecca about this. I basically kind of stopped in 2020. Like during COVID. I was just really burnt out, and also like, I don't know, it wasn't like doing anything that felt YouTubeable.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the world felt really dark and bleak, and then I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I just took it, like, I also went through a breakup that I was just like, I kind of wanted to disappear for a second, which, yeah, again. So it's happening again, but and now I'm like, sorry. I cannot disappear, which is, it's good. It's like good that I have something to keep me like accountable, so I can't just like fall into myself, because I feel like that's like a really easy thing to do when you go through a breakup. It's just like become a hermit. Have you ever gone through a big bad breakup?
No, I was just thinking lesbians get in so many more relationships. I guess I've never had like a real, like a boyfriend. I've never had like, I've never been like, we are boyfriends. This is my boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend. But you've been out for a long time, right?
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out in the streets. Yeah. Oh, I'm out there.
But when did you like come out?
Actually, when did I come out? I think I came out when I was 21. I definitely came out late. It was like everyone knew.
Like a glass closet kind of
unceremonious. Yeah. I don't know. Did you ever watch my coming out video? It was.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh my gosh! It was coming out to my mom's. It was coming out to my lesbian moms.
Yeah, I think I have seen it. Wait, can you tell them?
I just did it at Thanksgiving. Practiced the line a lot. Just randomly, I like set up a camera. I think they were like, "What the fuck is this camera doing here?" And I was like, "Just for the memories." And then I just randomly said like, "Oh, these green beans are delicious. Also, I'm gay."
This is a normal way to come out.
Yeah, and my sister didn't react at all. She did a little. Like in the background.
It's like I can't tell if it's like nice or not nice when they're just like expecting it from you.
I know. Yeah.
You're like, could you just be a little surprised?
I know. Like I quite honestly, I was coming out as a YouTuber making a coming out video to get on the trending page, and it worked. Hey, so hell
enough. Fair enough. We have to profit off of our trauma in some way, right?
We do. Oh, I was waiting on that one.
You have lesbian moms.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Hi, lesbians. I have lesbian moms.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, it's such an interesting fact about you.
It is, yeah.
And you post with them like a good amount, right?
Yeah,
they'll like do your YouTube videos.
I know,
with you.
not as much as we used to. I kind of miss it. But yeah, we used to film a lot. It was fun.
So the story is, what is the story with that?
Like,
how do you have lesbian moms?
Yeah, sure. So my mom was married to a man. My mom is like such a perfectionist. I think she was fully committed to like, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life, and I can do this. And then I think like there were some problems in the relationship already, and then my moms met at. Oh, it's such a cute story. They met at seminary school, literally like studying Jesus.
Okay. Such a cute story.
No, but like they're like cool Christians. They're both ministers. Still, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Or well, Susan's retired. Anyways, it was very cute. Oh my gosh, their story is so cute. There used to be like these like cherry blossom trees on campus or something, and they started having like a little secret code where like they would be like, the cherry blossoms look beautiful today, when they were like talking about each other. Super cute.
I'll cry.
And then I think they were that was already when my mom was like going through the divorce.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, little stuff like that. They described like one moment where they were like talking in a parking lot, and then they like started walking away, and then they both looked back, and then they kept walking, and then they both looked back again.
No.
And then like I think that was when they both were like, oh shit.
We're in love.
Yeah. And then Susan was kind of just always there. I think my parents divorced when I was like 16 months maybe.
Oh wow, yeah.
So it was pretty fresh.
Yeah. Susan, so you literally grew up with like lesbian moms.
Oh yeah,
like,
she was changing my diapers.
Yeah.
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 She did drop me while
Excuse me.
Yes. Well, one time while she was changing my diaper, I did roll off of the table.
Oh, okay.
And fall onto the floor. And so
she did drop me.
She did drop me. No, but I thank her for that. Yeah. I feel like I get my sense of humor from her, and maybe a little bit of brain damage.
And they're connected somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that like where are you from?
St. Louis.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, I mean, my dad was there. Like
Yeah.
we had like a schedule. Like we went back and forth.
Which is like typical divorced parents, but at one house you had 2 moms.
Yeah, he was like 15 minutes away. And I remember I thought it was like normal. I didn't have the concept of it being
abnormal.
Yeah. I remember like my sister would apparently like started getting bullied in like elementary school or preschool for having 2 moms, and my mom's asked me like, are you getting bullied? Like, is anyone saying anything? And I was just like, what the hell are you talking about? No. Like, bullied. Why would they bully me about you guys?
Did it affect like your relationship to your own sexuality at all? Like, did it make you less scared to come out and or more like, oh my God, now everyone's going to think I'm gay because I have gay moms? Or like,
never really that.
Yeah.
Never like that part. But I do think like, definitely looking back, I feel like I should have been more comfortable. Where it's like my moms, you know, they say like it was once they kind of caught wind of like, oh, we got a little fruity son. It was like their life's mission to like make me comfortable. But I think it's just hard because at the end of the day, like once you get to that age, like once I was in middle school, high school, and like everyone's like, why do you talk like that? Why do you walk like that? It's like what kid at that age cares what their mom says?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, mom, shut up. Like,
yeah. You didn't care if they were going to approve of you. You were like, it's more like peer focused, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. And like, there was a certain age where it's like they started saying like, when you grow up and you have like a wife or a husband, and that shit would piss me off. I'd be like,
you're like, my wife.
I'm not gay.
Why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that?
Yeah, no, the hallways were rough.
I can imagine. People called me like a dyke in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, sometimes.
Don't blame them.
Sometimes bullying works.
Wait, I'm like, so when did you come out?
Like,
sorry, maybe your listeners know this.
No, that's fine. I came out when I was like 22 fully.
Oh, okay. So
but I knew I was gay, or I thought something was up when I was.
Did you ever have boyfriends?
Yeah, a few.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend while I also kind of had a girlfriend. Like when I was 16, I fell in love with a girl, and then I like had a boyfriend the whole time. So like when my parents kind of found out, they were like, "What's going on with you and what's her face?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I have a boyfriend." So I had like beards before I knew I was having beards, but I also thought I didn't think I was gay. I was like, I have this one girl exception, and I'm gonna go to Oklahoma and become straight.
Wow. So you really, you were committed.
Like, there weren't like I mean, I would have come out probably a lot sooner if I was 10 years younger than I am, right? Because I didn't even know like you could be bi, or like I didn't know girls could be lesbians.
Wow.
I thought guys were gay, but I didn't know girls were gay. And I knew Ellen was gay.
That's the opposite for me. Like I knew girls being gay was okay. Guys being gay was like disgusting.
Did you really do a BuzzFeed quiz?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it said you were straight?
Yes. Because I was choosing the answers. I remember it very vividly. I did a variety. I did a BuzzFeed quiz. I did amigay.com.
Oh, I've done that one.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. But every time you were pointing straight. Yeah.
And I was really trying. Oh, it's so sad. I remember like I did have a girlfriend.
You did?
Mm-hmm. My first kiss story is my girlfriend at the time. We went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Adorable.
It was like a triple date, like with some other friends. Okay. And then afterwards she like leaned in for a kiss, and I was like, oh my God, like, okay, let me kiss her. And then like I leaned in too, and then she pulled away and like started laughing and said she was just joking. What? And I was like, oh, maybe everyone here knows I'm gay.
No. Did you kiss her ever?
Well, yeah.
That time?
Yeah, I kissed her and she pulled away and started laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, all our other friends were gay and out, so I don't really know who I was fooling. It's actually crazy. My childhood best friend, Brendan, came out so young. Like we had such a different coming out process. He came out like in middle school. And I think like in 7th grade.
Did that make you want to come out too, or make you?
No, I think that actually like maybe fucked me up a little more, because then I saw the way everyone was treating him. Mm-hmm. I remember kind of being in 7th grade and being like, I have 5 years until I graduate, and then I gotta get out of here. I don't know how, but I have 5 years. Yeah. And then I can be gay, but for the next 5 years, I have to convince everyone I'm straight. Yeah. I feel like that can happen a lot. Like if you have a close friend
and they're like going through some kind of queer journey
Yeah.
that you kind of are envious of, sometimes it can like set you behind a bit. Do you know what I mean?
And it was weird because it's like he doesn't have lesbian moms, but his parents were like so supportive, and like his mom, I mean, they were like family. I would like go over and hang out like every single day.
But they were like chill with it too.
Yeah, but then it got to a point where they were both like, Andrew, come on, like, what are you doing?
Who are we kidding? Did your moms have like lesbian friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would they like come around your house and stuff?
Oh yeah. Looking back, there were a lot of gay people around my childhood. Well, because church was like a big part.
Is the church that they're like a part of like queer at all?
Yeah. Well, it's not like the gay church, but it's like a church that's like open.
Yeah.
United Church of Christ was like my go-to church growing up. I don't know if they're still. I think they still go to a UCC. But yeah, like I was never like, God is real, I need to do my prayers tonight, blah, blah, blah. But like, there was a chill vibe. Like I was around a lot of like religious people who were like, gay is okay.
Got it.
We love God.
Love God.
Thank you, God, for making us gay, et cetera, et cetera.
Like radical acceptance.
Yeah. But.
Are you religious?
No. except when I'm going through it, you know, like there's been some times where I'm down bad and I'm like, God, please.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, no, I'm not very religious.
Moms like wish that you were, or is it very?
No, I think they're very like. I think there was even a time, well, because my moms are ministers.
Yeah,
they're chaplains. So Susan was a hospice chaplain, so she would do like. When people are dying, she'd go and visit the families. But then my other mom has always worked at she used to work at this place called Every Child's Hope, which was like a juvenile detention center sort of situation. Actually, no, I think she worked at a juvenile detention center and then she worked at this place called Every Child's Hope. Anyways, then she started working with old people. She would always like be writing sermons that she would do like a certain day of the week.
Okay.
But then there have been times where, you know, like, the state of the country is really bad. They moved to Wisconsin and it's like no gay people there. Everyone is super like Republican. And there's been times where I've like seen a little glimpse of them being like I don't even know if this shit's real. Like, fuck. Like
a little bit of lost faith.
Yeah. But no, I think Susan especially, because she is sober. Been sober 35 years. I'm pretty sure she just got her chip. Big congrats to
Susan.
her. And I think that's a big part for her. But it's not intense. I mean, like my stepmom and dad are Catholic, and that's a very different experience.
Vibe. Yeah. Did your dad get remarried when you were young? Like, have you had your stepmom for a long time?
No. It's been 2019. I think they got married.
Oh, okay. That's pretty fresh.
It is a little fresh, yeah.
5
but
years
she was around like before then.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay. I'm just imagining because so many of my audience members are obviously lesbians.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hi, lesbians.
Do you feel? I feel like a lot of people have this like fear of like lesbians like having, not a lot of people. I'm not wording this right, but lesbians having a son and then a son not having like male role models. Obviously, you have your dad, but you probably also you're growing up in a house with like 2 women a lot.
Yeah.
But I also feel like we're learning and like growing in this way that like being a woman or a man is not equal femininity or masculinity. And like you can learn masculinity from a woman.
Absolutely.
Too, right?
Yeah. No, so true. And Susan is a little more butchy than my mom Julie.
Butchy.
And even over the years I've heard her like explore a little, like she feels like gender fluid.
Cool.
Not to like air her shit out. I'm like just so freely talking about my family.
Sorry, Susan. But yeah,
no, I totally agree.
It doesn't,
and also like growing up, like there were other male role models, like at the church, or just like around.
You weren't like desperate like need of like some macho man around all the time.
No, I definitely could have used someone being like, it's okay that you're gay and you want to go shopping instead of go play catch. Yeah, I could have used that
from a
like,
guy.
Yeah, just because it's like there definitely was like all the men in my life are asking me why I'm so gay and why I talk like that, why I dress like that. I was a Boy Scout. Oh my God.
The trauma.
That was that was crazy, and that was like really dark, and that was definitely a lot of like. I do kind of think maybe if I wasn't a Boy Scout, I'd maybe be a little more mentally healthy, just because
in general, like still. Oh my God.
Well, just like that was a lot of like formative male relationships, if you will.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
And also, the Boy Scouts is like deeply corrupt. No.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and it was like you cannot be a gay Boy Scout. It was like in their official policy up until like 2015 or something.
Which is crazy because it's very gay.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so gay. Oh my
so
God.
Gay.
There'd be so many times like at camp where people would like be gay, like to be silly. And I'd be like, guys, like
be gay to be silly.
I know, and I really wonder like if any of them are gay now.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
There'd
right?
be times, I remember like being in a tent, we were all like hanging out, and like this guy like got a boner, and this other guy was like, haha, like joking about the boner. I was just sitting there like, where am
You're
I?
Like, I gotta close my eyes.
I'm like terrified and a little turned on, and like I'm just I need to get out of the woods. Like
This episode is sponsored by Tomboy X. If you don't know about Tomboy X by now, you obviously have not been watching my podcast or listening, so let's talk about them again. Tomboy X is a queer-owned company that makes sustainable, size and gender-inclusive underwear, loungewear, and swimwear, and I am truly obsessed. It's all that I wear. Their boy shorts are all that I wear anymore. Yeah, my favorite underwear by far. They just dropped their 2025 swim collection, and also soon they're going to be launching their Pride collection, so keep an eye out on their website for those designs. I'm so excited to see what they put out this year for Pride. How is it almost Pride? How are we even talking about Pride? Wasn't it just winter? I really am. I cannot believe time is flying. And also, every bra on their website is 100% wire-free, which, come on, we love. One customer's review said that Tomboy X is more supportive than their parents. So that's by Ann S. Ann, I feel you. But also, Tomboy X, good on you. Use code Shannon for 20% off your first purchase at tomboyx.com. And one more time, that's code Shannon for 20% off your first purchase at tomboyx.com. This episode is sponsored by Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for clean eating. Ditch the fads and create healthier eating habits that actually last with real clean food. They make it easy with recipes that fit a variety of lifestyles and also a variety of different dietary needs. You can stay on track even if you're busy with salads that take less than 5 minutes to make, or they're ready to blend smoothies, and also their grab-and-go protein-packed breakfasts. Breakfasts. Also, they have pre-made sauces and pre-portioned ingredients, so it just makes the cooking process so much easier. I think that's the hardest part for me cooking, is getting the portions right. I'm always getting too much of something or not enough of something else, and having it all there and ready for you and pre-portioned, game changer. Also, the recipes are all so good. I think that's another thing I hate about cooking, is coming up with new things to eat and new things to try, but having them already pre-done for you, amazing. We love Green Chef. Thrive all year with clean, easy meals from Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/ShannonFree and use code ShannonFree to get 2 months of free salads and 50% off your first box. One more time, that's code ShannonFree at greenchef.com.
Do you feel like, did you have, what do you call it? Like the locker room, what the hell is it? Not locker room talk, but for me, like, growing up and like being in locker rooms, like even if you're doing PE or whatever, feeling like you didn't want to look at other boys. Like I would like be like, oh my God. Everyone thought I was prude and like scared to be naked because I would like getting changed in the bathroom stalls. Yeah.
No, the locker room was definitely also a very traumatic place of my childhood. I remember like, I don't know where I got the idea from, I guess like TV or something, but I remember when I was in middle school, I was so afraid of going to high school because I didn't want to do gym because I had it in my head that people would shower. Like I remember being like, I do not want to shower at school.
It's all those movies where like they're like in there in the water and they're all like naked. It's all the boys together.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that? That must have been real at some point though, obviously.
That's crazy. Like I just would not exercise that much to the point that I'd be sweating.
Yeah. You're like, so you didn't have to.
Yeah. But because there were showers in the gym. No one used them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I remember I think we like got to pick what we did, and I put off in middle school, I remember like putting off gym as long as I could just because I was afraid. And then trauma.com, first day of gym class, I walk in, all of my friends, my friends from Boy Scouts, I walk into the locker room first day. They're like, everyone starts joking like, oh, the girls' locker room is like across the hall.
No.
Oh my gosh, why is there a girl in the locker room?
Andrew, no.
Yeah. And
That's
that was
so
really
sad.
uncomfortable. I know.
That makes me, I don't want to give you
It
a
was
hug.
really sad.
That's so sad.
I didn't like that. And then in high school, my friend actually did this, so then I copied him. I just didn't go to the locker room. I would just bring my clothes in my backpack and change in like a private bathroom and then go to gym class. And well, it wasn't gym class. In high school, I was like, I'm going to get my PE credits from dance class.
Oh. And they will definitely not think I'm gay.
Yeah. Dance class was a hoot. I loved it. It's like I put off the credits for so long that like most of the people in the class were freshmen and I was like a junior, senior.
Amazing.
And there was maybe like one other junior, senior girl there, and we would just like queen out and like do the dance.
And wait, you were not out.
No.
You were just in dance class.
I was just in dance class. Yep. I was just doing my little Zendaya.
Did you love it? The dance class? Because I've seen you dance since.
What the hell?
In your like old music videos.
Oh, sure.
What the
I
hell?
liked it. Well, dance is another thing. I actually used to love dance. Like as a kid, it's so beautiful looking back. I wish I could like go back and protect myself. But dance was a big thing that I like loved. And I remember my mom's even like made me a little dance studio in the basement. They like put mirrors up and had a little disco ball on the wall. I would just love doing like interpretive dance.
Stop it.
The first time I ever signed an autograph was at my church's talent show. I did an interpretive dance with this disco ball like light thing, and then as I was walking back to my seat, this lady was like, "Can I have your autograph? You're gonna be big one day."
Oh my, she was right.
I was like 7. Yeah,
That's crazy.
And yeah, so I loved dance, but then it got to a point. I think it was around middle school when I had the switch of, okay, I can't be gay. Everything I do needs to convince everyone that I'm straight. I started dance class, and to do hip hop, you had to do ballet first, and everyone was like, I remember being like, ew, like what the hell? But everyone was like, no, even like football players have to like do ballet. And I was like, okay. But then I got there, I took one class. There was only one other guy. I was like, fuck this gay shit. Like, I can't be here. And that was the end of my dance career. But
is it like something you regret now where you're like, I wish I could go back and I would do it differently?
I just wish because that's not the only thing that I kind of stopped. Like I was also in choir and I loved singing, but that was like another thing that I was always embarrassed by. And I remember one time we leveled out of the choir that we were in. It was like time to audition for the next age group. Yeah. And I went to the auditions and I was the only guy there and I turned around and left.
No.
And like a lot of stuff like that.
It is crazy to think about how many things men are like things that are gay that like girls don't have as much. Like I didn't have as many things. I mean, like I guess if you played softball, but even like straight girls played softball, you know what I mean? There was nothing that was like the way that girls can cuddle girls, you know, and be like affectionate, and it's not like lesbians, you know. There's like, I mean, obviously there's so many privileges to being a man, but then there's also like so many like things like where it's like, don't do that. Like that thing will make you gay or bad or not a man.
It's crazy, like the gay and lesbian
dichotomy.
Like
different.
Experience is just so different.
It is so different.
And yet similar.
Well, I think it makes sense when you think about it, how like, you know, the whole trope that like gay men and lesbians don't get along with each other. Do you know that that's like a thing?
No, like all my friends are lesbians.
I know. I think it's like done. I think we've done it. Like it's over.
Oh, but I know some gay men who don't like lesbians, and I'm kind of like, what is this behavior? Like,
right?
It feels like classic misogyny,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
But also it does. Like if you think about it, I guess in some ways, we have the least in common. We have so much in common.
So true.
But then we have like the least in common of like, what we find attractive, like what we're trying to attract, what we like, sometimes these like stereotypical things, right?
Yeah.
Like it makes sense that all like gay men love straight women because then they can like queen out about boys together, talk about like what guy's the hottest guy. And then like, I think that's where it started. Although I just think
I wonder if like having lesbian moms made it different for me, because I'm like, there's a lot of straight people who like I don't trust.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't trust you. We can queen out, but I don't trust you.
Yeah. No,
you
I'm
have a straight
sure.
boyfriend and I don't trust you. Like,
so true. No, I'm
Yeah.
sure it did.
I feel safest around lesbians.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh my God, I'm getting a new therapist and I'm so excited to find out if she's a dyke or not.
Oh my gosh.
I like can't really tell from our conversations.
How have you seen her?
No, not yet.
Okay.
First session next week. I can't wait. Yeah.
Why new therapist? Just
My last one stopped taking my insurance and I was paying for it out of pocket, and then it got so expensive and I was like, I don't actually think you're helping me. That was another thing. I think I like needed another therapist. Then I got my own health insurance and put off getting a therapist for way too long.
fair.
And
Fair.
now
Going
this
back.
lady's got to clean up the mess. Yeah.
And that's such a strange. You've had multiple therapists before, right?
Yeah, this will be like my 5th.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
thought we talked about this before, but I've had 2. I think that's a weird thing of like, when do you switch?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess like obviously insurance is like a very specific thing, but I do
Yeah.
think like some people, if you've seen the same therapist for like 5-6 years, like do you reach a point where there's nothing else they can help you with, or like
I do know some people who like have a really good therapist and have been with them for like 5 to 6 months, and then they go down to like
less
once a month or something like that, which like, wow, goals.
Yeah.
A therapist to be like, you're done. You did it. Like,
I'm laughing because I know someone who had that similar experience.
and what? They were not done?
No, but a therapist just being like, we've done all the work we can do here.
Yeah. My last therapist would always say, I kept being like, I'm codependent. I can't stop being codependent. Help. And she would always be like, I don't think you are codependent because you always complain to me about the people you're codependent with. And that like lasted a while. And I think that was one of the points where I was like, okay, I think you're wrong. And I think I need to go find someone who
Can validate this.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're codependent?
Just looking back at like all my relationships, I'm always like attached to someone.
Like friendships and romantically, or
Yeah, mostly friendships though.
really?
Yeah, and I think like Chris and I got super codependent, especially in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, we moved to Encino.
Yeah.
So suddenly, like, we were at this house and we were so far away.
Yeah.
Another thing is like, that house was so nice. Did you ever go over there? That house was fucking crazy. I don't know why we lived there. But yeah, we just got I just felt so codependent. I felt a little like out of control.
Yeah.
And then Chris moved away.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, immediately I found myself back in a similar spot with someone else. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Huh. Me too.
And we'll work on that.
At me and my new therapist, we will work
Yeah.
on that. Yeah.
I
Oh my
wonder-
gosh, I went to Codependence Anonymous last year.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I didn't even know
Crazy.
that was a thing.
Right. And I think like you're not supposed to like, if you go to like an AA or something, you're not supposed to like talk about it, because then you're not supposed to be like a spokesperson for it.
But like, it's good to know it exists.
Yeah.
I don't think people
Oh my
even
gosh.
know.
These meetings exist for like anything.
I know.
Yeah.
I've heard of other ones, like
Yeah.
sex and
Yeah.
relationship.
Which is another thing. I remember like hearing about someone going to SLAW, Sex and Love
Yeah.
Addicts Anonymous, and being like, what the hell? Like, you have to be so hot to like get addicted to sex. Like, well, then I found myself in another like codependent, like
Thing.
psychosexual, like situation, where I was like, oh, I kind of get it. Like, it is, yeah.
Well, apparently I have heard.
I'm like, okay, are you my new therapist? Like, what am I doing here?
No, we're here to work. No, I have heard that the people at SLAW or whatever are really hot,
I bet they are.
especially like in LA.
I know.
And I'm like,
Shit, let me.
like I've heard that they're hot. I don't know. This is what I've never been, but like hot, and like a lot of them are famous. Yeah, like a lot.
okay, maybe I need to go. What the hell? Like,
You just go to
let me
like
sign up.
prey on the weak, like sex and love addicted people.
Oh my gosh, my first codependent anonymous meeting, I went, checked Grindr in the parking lot.
No.
And then I said, what am I doing?
What am I doing? Wait, can we talk about Grindr? It's such
Yeah,
I'm like so curious
because
about
lesbians
Grindr.
don't really have that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's-
But I mean, I don't know, actually. Actually don't know. I'm not really that like on the pulse, but I don't think we're on Grindr. I did see a TikTok today of someone being like, I'm just gonna say I don't think cis women should be on Grindr, and I was like, I didn't even know that was I didn't know that was an option.
I would have to agree with you there.
Didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
But do you feel like most gay men are on Grindr, like friends and stuff when you talk about it?
It feels very like 50-50. A lot of people aren't. Honestly, sometimes I'm checking it the same way I check Instagram.
Really,
It's
just like what's going on there?
just like, let me get some dopamine. Let's see who messaged. Half the time, nothing. You know, I'm just opening the app for some dopamine and nothing else.
Nothing. Are you on other dating apps?
Oh yeah, I'm on Hinge. I'm on Raya. You can find me.
Now it's a dating show. It's like first therapist. Now it's like pimping you out.
Yeah, I'm out there. I'm
Yeah.
available.
Are you? You're single.
Yeah,
Don't
Yeah.
sound too happy about it.
I am. Yeah.
But you've had situationships. You just like haven't had a boyfriend. Many, a few.
One like major one.
Yeah.
But
Recently.
a little bit. But it's like, once again, it's like, what's the situation?
Yeah.
The situation is he don't want you.
No.
The situation is you're codependent.
Do you think okay, I also know some people in my life who use codependent friendships and or like situationships as a way to not actually allow themselves to fall in love. Like
Is that a question or?
So it's like a defense mechanism to
Yeah.
not allow you to actually be available for anyone else. Like
Maybe.
keeping something in your back pocket that you're like, well, I have this thing, so I can't really like date. Because then it's kind of like to protect yourself from. Do you think that that's possible?
What the hell? Yeah, I do think that is possible.
Yeah. I just want you to be happy. I feel like
Thank
you
you.
would be such an amazing boyfriend.
I would. Oh my god, I'd be an amazing
You
boyfriend.
really would.
Yeah.
So we just. I mean,
There's people I could text and be like, want to get lunch?
yeah.
I probably should.
I probably should.
Yeah.
What's your ideal date? Like, if you had to pick to go on a first date, would it be lunch? Would it be?
Probably. I'm kind of boring. I like lunch. Like, let's get lunch and see.
I like
get lunch
lunch.
and see what happens. Like,
I feel like I would be like drinks at late or.
see, if
as
I'm
an
gonna
ideal.
get drinks, I feel like the guy. It's like, okay, so are we gonna go make out after?
Yeah.
Like, there feels like this like pressure.
Yeah, there's definitely more of a hookup vibe to
Yeah.
a drink, especially I assume with men, because I think there's like a more of an assumption with gay men about hooking up in general,
Yeah.
right?
It's crazy.
So
It's
like
dark
a lunch
out there.
probably is kind of like a
Boundaries.
yeah, and also like I actually am taking this seriously and I want to get to know you,
Yeah,
as opposed
yeah.
to like, is this just a hookup?
That's the thing. It's like I don't want to go hiking with someone I don't know, or like
Yeah.
I don't want to go. What are other dates? Seeing a movie or like
A movie date is like, okay, do you have no personality?
yeah.
Like-
Oh my god. Sorry, this is not really. Did you watch Severance?
I watched the first season.
Okay. Sorry. Well, we can talk about that later.
We could talk about it now.
I'm obsessed.
Are you obsessed?
Oh my god, I'm
Why
gagged.
suddenly everyone's obsessed? 'Cause
I don't know.
Is it season 2 or season?
Yeah, apparently. Well, so I just started watching it like
Okay.
a week ago. I like finished the season finale. I'm actually like, everyone's been talking about how they've been in a drought, and it was like 3 years between season 1 and season 2. I finished the season 1 finale 30 minutes before the new episode was
oh
posted.
my god, amazing.
Yeah, so I just like immediately watched it that night.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like so many people just discovered it.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed.
It's really good.
And I feel like I never get into a show like that. Like it's been years since I've like had a
Like a
not comedy or not like reality TV show.
because it's not a dramedy, is it? Is there comedy
No,
to it
it's
at
like
all?
a-
I know I watched it.
Yeah.
But I watched it when it came out.
I feel like there's comedy to like every good show.
Yeah.
Like there's some moments
There's
that are kind of
humor.
funny. Yeah, but
but
I don't know how you would describe it. You made a face. How would you describe it?
It's definitely dark, and there's comedic moments, but it's like dark and unsettling.
Yeah. But it's one of those shows where it's like, yeah, there were some nights where I was like, I need to go to bed, but I cannot, like, next episode.
Just gotta keep
I need
going.
to know. Yeah.
Okay, you've lived alone now for what? And how long? Since Chris left?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like what, 3 years?
Unless you
2
count
years?
the codependent situation where I was like spending basically every night over there.
Okay. So not even at your own house.
No.
You're kind of like going.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I was paying rent at that thing and just never,
there.
never really going.
How did it not progress into like a relationship?
Maybe like a mutual lack of self-respect and like overall mental sanity and like
Okay, got it. But you
maybe some more details we can divulge off camera for sure.
For sure. Okay, but now you're in a dating era. You can date now.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you date the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, do you want to? What is like having a boyfriend like a goal of yours for like, or like in a...
Yeah, I guess I'm more focused on like my career and like life and like getting
sure.
everything. I feel like I want a boyfriend when I'm like really rich.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you're well on your way.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank
crushing
you.
it. Your YouTube videos are hilarious.
Thank you so much. I don't know what the hell I'm doing these days. I mean,
They're
I have
hilarious.
countless ideas. I'm not running out of ideas. I like don't relate to people who like don't have ideas. I have so many ideas. What I don't have is like I don't care. Every time I film a video, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I feel like I'm making videos the same way a barista makes coffee. I'm like, here, sure. I'm in my job. I don't know.
Just doing it again.
Yeah.
But your ideas, do you feel like it helped you? You've gotten so like niche into food content.
Yeah.
Do you think that like helps with like lack of burnout? Because there's always going to be, there's always like a Nara Smith to make fun of or not
Exactly.
make fun of, but
Yeah.
you know,
So like there's always a
or
trending something.
Gwyneth Paltrow's doing something.
Yeah.
Someone's telling you their diet. That you did that for a long time, right? When those people were
Oh
saying,
yeah, following what celebrities eat in a day.
Yeah.
I did, and that was a hoot. That was good. Some of my most viewed videos are those.
yeah, because it's never going to end. We're always going to eat.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be something that people are talking about.
Yeah.
So
But that series did end. The series that I was using
Yeah.
to react to for that series.
Shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I kind of ran out. And also like the celebrities just became like random ass people. It was like no one cared. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I just ran out.
If
Like
it's not-
Beyonce is not gonna go down to whatever Harper's Bazaar
Well, we wish.
basement to film that.
Do you want to do like a cookbook?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so an interesting thing happened where I became vegan.
Yeah.
And then I got so obsessed with
Yeah.
making my own vegan meats, making my own vegan cheeses. And then it felt like everyone in my life was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, Andrew, this is crazy. Everything you're doing. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. And I was like, okay, shit, maybe I should pivot a little and like start doing more food. And then, yeah, like my brain just started opening up to all these different things separate from just comedy. Like, yeah, I want to write a cookbook. I want to do a pop-up food truck.
Fuck yeah.
I want to make a sauce and sell a sauce.
You just flip me off.
I know, I'm sorry. All this energy, all this like, yeah. Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We remember her.
And now I'm not vegan anymore. Back to my
Wow.
vegetarian roots. I know coming out as not vegan honestly feels harder than coming out as gay.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm scared. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But
Have you talked about it though on your channel, right?
not yet. No.
Did you just come out?
Kind of. I posted an egg on my story the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh. Did you get any reactions to it?
Yeah, definitely. I got some. Well, and there's been in some videos I've been like eating cheese and people have been like, wait, I thought he was vegan. I'm kind of just like ignoring it. I'm kind of just like, sorry.
Don't look at that. Yeah.
Because I feel so much more. Yeah, I just like I shifted so much to like the content I was making. I was like starting to develop recipes, and like part of me is like, what the hell am I doing? Like I just wanted to be a comedian and like
What the hell am I doing?
and like a writer, and like this doesn't. I felt a little. I don't know. Now I'm kind of like, let's put that aside and focus
it.
on comedy and like.
Yeah. You were getting a little Martha Stewart-y over there.
A little too Martha Stewart-y, and like the pandemic hit, like I just got
What else
obsessed.
are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think also like I was so passionate and curious about veganism and like all the different like vegan foods I could make. And then I kind of hit a point where I was like fermenting wheat berries to make Rejuvelac, to like get a lactobacillus acidophilus rich liquid, to then culture cashews to make like a vegan cultured butter. And then I had a moment of being like, I've never had cultured butter. What the hell am I even like trying to recreate? Like that was actually one of the first things I got so curious about Kerrygold. I was what is this butter everyone's eating? I've literally never, because growing up, like we had almond milk, we had Earth Balance, like and I've been vegetarian since I was 12. So
wow. Are your moms?
My mom, Susan, was vegetarian growing up. And then now she's not. Now she eats meat and everything. But now my mom is vegan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Her doctor told her to
it would be better for
something. Yeah.
Fair. Wait, do you call your mom? What do you call them?
Mom and Susan. Mom and Susan.
Mom and Susan.
I remember when I was young though, I was like trying to work it out, and I told them like, okay, I'll call you mommy and you mama. And that didn't last long. It was cute, but it didn't last long.
You're like, okay, Susan.
Yeah.
What about your sister? Same thing.
Yeah, Mom and Susan.
Yeah. What about your sister's baby? Are they like, did they pick grandma names?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, so our grandma, we always called her Grandmommy.
Okay.
And so my mom inherited that.
Got it.
She's Grandmommy. And then Susan's Nana.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's funny that it took like a second generation to get Susan into like some kind of matriarchal like name. She's like, okay, I've upgraded from Susan. Call me Nana.
Yeah, I like it. It's cute.
You have just the one niece.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God, she's so cute. Like watching my sister give birth.
Did you
like
watch?
changed me. I was there in the hospital, but I got kicked out for the actual like.
Perfect.
I was standing outside.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're like, how do babies get made?
Yeah. No, but oh my gosh, that baby took forever to come out.
Really? Oh yeah.
I was there for like 36 hours. Yeah.
Can't be me.
I went to the hospital. I didn't pack a toothbrush or anything. I thought we were gonna go home later that day.
You're like, baby's coming.
And then we took turns like sleeping on the floor.
That's so sweet.
We just were there.
She's your older sister.
Yeah. 18 months older.
Oh my God. Your mom said boom boom.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my sister just gave birth last year and she already wants
to have another
they're
baby.
already buying baby clothes
That's
for like another baby. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's so crazy. I think that this will be fun because I in January have been in Toronto, New York, Honduras, Mexico,
oh my God,
Texas,
oh my God,
and Los Angeles.
Oh, okay, Anthony Bourdain. That's incredible. I've been here.
Well, I think that's why for me, I know everyone keeps saying it, but I'm thinking back to the beginning of this month and I'm like, oh my God, I was in Canada.
Wow. Oh, I haven't traveled in so long. I'm jealous. Would you ever live in New York?
People ask me that. I mean, I would, but I think the best thing that ever happened to me is my sister lives in New York. So I've had like the whole time I've been in LA, the option to be kind of bi-coast. I mean, now she has a extra bedroom. Before, obviously, we were really young. I would just go stay and like sleep in her bed with her. Yeah. But still, like that was awesome.
That's so awesome. I've always like wanted a New York era for myself.
I could see you in New York so easily.
Right? I love it. I love like how small it makes me feel.
Yeah, and also like food is amazing.
Food is amazing.
Okay,
the
if
exercise,
you ever burn
oh my
out,
God. I would look amazing walking around. Sorry, continue.
If you ever were to burn out, you could move to any city and recreate almost every video you've ever made if you think about it. You could just go,
kind of.
Be like, and now I'm in Nashville. And I'm going to all these restaurants.
Yeah, my videos are pretty much all food now. I do miss my old videos though. Like I look back so fondly at before all the videos became over 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I miss my like 4 to 7 minute.
When it was like quick, like, and you're jumping from here to here to here to here to here, jump cuts. But you could always do that too. But also, I think the thing that's awesome about your food content is I don't really care about food that much. And I love your videos just because the jokes, like you are so funny. So it's it's just like comedy.
Yeah, that is like at the end of the day, I'm making videos to make people laugh. Like that's my goal going into anything.
And you're hilarious. So
thank you so much.
Work. But yeah, like, and I'm not vegan. Like you've made many videos where like the actual, like I'm not going to go try Kevin Hart's restaurant,
vegan
right?
Restaurant,
but I still am like watching because I'm like, Andrew is so funny.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. So
thank you so much.
I feel like you found like such a perfect little like niche thing that gives you endless content.
Yeah. I also love dining. I love food. I love eating food with others.
It's like
I
genuine.
love hosting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like forced content. It's like these things just work so well together, which is awesome. Should we talk about sex? first crushes?
First crushes. My first crush. Oh, I don't know. Who's that guy from the Demi Lovato Disney Channel show? Sterling Knight was. Yeah, I remember thinking he was hot. Yeah. Blonde, swoopy hair. Super Mac 18. That was also a gay awakening. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
That is so specific.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people had a crush on him, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
girls, boys.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. He's like an investment banker or something now. Yeah, he has a LinkedIn.
Good for him.
You can find him.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, how do you know that? You look him up?
I think I saw a tweet or something.
Okay. You didn't do the work. You just got told.
The underwear section, that was a big one. Oh my gosh, those like half naked men just at Target. Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, David Henry on The Wizards of Waverly Place. That was a big one.
Oh my God, you're a big Disney Channel kid. Disney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My moms were pretty protective. It's a little interesting. I don't know why, but I wasn't allowed to watch like Yu-Gi-Oh or like Power Rangers or anything that was like fighting based.
Okay.
They didn't like that.
Okay.
It was a lot of Disney Channel going on.
And would you say that impact? Are you a fighter now today? Ever gotten in a fight? Physical?
No. It's interesting. I mean, it's like I never really cared, but it was something. I remember when I was like really young. They were like,
no,
not the fighting shows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like you were such like a warm, like loving, sweet boy.
I am. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it might be because of Susan and your mom.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It all worked out the way it's
They're
supposed
very
to.
sweet.
Okay. What I wanted to say something about sex. What do I want to say? Not that I want to say. I want to ask you something about sex, but without being. The sex part of the show is like, I love it, but sometimes I'm like, I feel awkward asking people about sex.
The sex part? Is there a sex part?
Well, because like X's and O's, like, I mean, sex is just like inherently, I think, a part about like talking about relationships.
Is the O supposed to be like a moan?
Orgasms.
Oh. X's and O's. Wow. Okay.
What did you think it meant? Just
I thought it meant like X's and I thought it meant like oh, like oh, like.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
That too. Oh my God. How is like life being single? Like, do you like sleeping alone? I think that's something I'm struggling. I say it because it's something I'm struggling with so much. I hate sleeping alone.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it. It's what I'm working with.
Okay.
It's what's happening.
Yeah.
I do like sleeping with someone else. It is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I usually have my laptop in bed too, which is not a good habit. I need to stop.
You've got someone in there.
Yeah, I got 30 Rock playing. We're good.
Apparently, like when you sleep with someone, your heart rate like will match their heart rate, like as you sleep, even if it's a pet. Or like you can just from being in a bed together, like start to like match each other.
Wow.
So I think there's something like super physical about that I miss so much. Like it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. I literally like if a cat is sleeping with me or like a friend is sleeping, then I also have this like when I sleep alone, I will like toss and turn and toss and turn and toss and turn and be like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. When I sleep with someone else, I'm so worried about waking them up.
Oh my God.
That I will literally be like,
I'm
you're
like
stuck
not
like
breathing.
this.
I'm like,
yes, literally. Even with like partners, I'm like, I don't want to bother her. So I need to just, and then it makes me fall asleep.
oh.
But when I'm alone, I don't have anyone I'm worried about like waking up. I'm just like, toss, 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 toss.
Are you a side sleeper, back sleeper?
Side. What about you?
Side. I feel like I go back and forth. I've been side, but I've been kind of back lately. I've been passing out. I've been like.
I have like the most nightmares when I sleep on my back.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently it's like a thing.
I gotta stop
dream?
smoking weed.
Okay.
I don't dream often.
Just like knocked out.
Yeah. Although, oh my gosh, the other day I had a crazy dream. It was like a sex dream.
Oh my
I was like
God.
hooking up with some man. He was like on top of me. And then he like spat on me.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay. That was so weird. Like, okay, I guess I've seen that before. Sure. I mean, like, my mouth wasn't open or anything. Like, it was just kind of on me. And then he did it again. And I was like, okay, I'm literally wet. And then I woke up and I had a nosebleed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You get nosebleeds a lot though, right?
Yeah, I do. They've been really bad since the fires. I've been getting like 2 a day. It's been
That's
kind of crazy.
terrible.
Yeah.
But you go to the doctor for that, right?
Well, I'm working on it. But are you on your own health insurance? Do you have a PPO?
I have whatever one is the worst one.
Okay, then no.
Yeah. So I have to like go to a primary doctor before I can get sent to any
we have
other.
HMO. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have just had such a hard time getting a doctor.
No, in LA, it's like impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Luckily, I do have an appointment for February 11th.
Wow.
It is unclear if he is covered.
At some point, you just have to,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, I guess I'm paying for this.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
also paying for insurance. So I'm like, what is the point of any of this?
Oh my God, it feels like such a scam. I hate it.
It is for sure a scam. I think I have to go to the doctor as well sometime soon.
We got to go to the doctor.
We got to go to the doctor. At least I go to a therapist. And you too.
Almost.
About
to.
about to.
Thank you, lesbians, so much for having me. I had so much fun here. I'd come back anytime.
Andrew was brought to us by lesbians and now supported by this lesbian community.
Thank you, lesbians.
Do you have anything like coming up that people should keep an eye out for?
Always making YouTube videos and starting some live shows this year. So
Fuck yeah.
San Diego, if anyone lives in San Diego, watch my Instagram story because you might get something soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And
I'm Andrew Lowe. You can find me Andrew Lowe everywhere.
And all the links will be below. So follow him and go
Please
see
do.
him live if you can, because he is obviously hilarious.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay.
That is so nice.
And we're going to play a game on Patreon where Andrew is going to decide if he would want lesbians to be his moms or not. Famous lesbian couples.
I can't wait.
Catch us on Patreon.
Yes. Subscribe to her Patreon.
Thank you, Andrew.
Pay her money.